As I'm sure Stephanie just said, I'm Vice Presidential Candidate Jeannie Wygant, and I thank you in advance for taking the next couple of minutes to listen. I've had the pleasure of getting to know many, if not most of you, but for those of you elusive M3s, I'm one of the token non-traditional M1 students, having come to OUWB from a successful career as a corporate executive, as well as CEO of the Wygant family with 3 children and 5 grandchildren. While I won't be the only person to raise my hand in class when they ask if anyone has kids anymore, certainly having grandkids ratchets me up a few notches on that old scale. I mean, if that's not reason enough to have Joe Versaloni assigned as my big sib, then I don't know what is. But in all seriousness, over the next couple of days, as you consider which of us are best suited to serve as your next MSG e-board, I can assure you that you won't find a more comprehensively prepared candidate than myself. Certainly you'll have those appealing to the classes for specific traits or accomplishments that they highlight. However, I've spent over 17 years developing an entire repertoire of skills to distinguish myself from them. Though we all undoubtedly bring valuable experiences from previous endeavors, I bring with me high-level leadership expertise from my aforementioned business background, elected positions at state, regional, and national levels, and those unteachable life skills which are mastered only by experience. As the future generation of physicians, it's imperative that we possess the unquenchable desire to probe deeper and to seek out better ways to accomplish an end goal. For those of you who are like me, it can be hard to understand those simply satisfied with taking things at face value, never questioning authority or why things are just the way that they are. In my opinion, complacency is an inevitable recipe for failure. Even an attempt to approach a situation in a new way that falls short of the initial goal can be far more informative than making no attempt whatsoever. As your vice president, I'll put to use my experience to effectively bridge the disconnect between students, our faculty, and administrative leaders in order to shape our school into the progressive educational institution that we came here for. I think we can all agree that transparency isn't something that we excel at, and I will work tirelessly to change this. I know how frustrating it can be to find out important information during the course of a conversation with a faculty member only because they assume that we've been properly informed by our representatives. As the field of medicine continues to embrace innovative new ideas, we too must commit ourselves to eagerly embrace change and push for improvement in order to maintain the relevance of our school, each other, and ourselves. But this is only going to be effective if we're informed of which direction we're pushing. In addition to enhancing transparency, I'll be unapologetic and in fact proud to be a student representative who will speak up for what's right and pride myself on addressing those elephants that tend to hang out in the room, even if it's not popular with the administration. Medical education today isn't what it was 40 years ago. It's not even what it was 10 years ago. New tools and technology have changed the face of how medicine is practiced, so how we're taught the information and skills needed to enter the profession should change as well. The prospect of people disliking me or being known as a pot stirrer simply because people are afraid of change or don't necessarily agree with my ideas is something I'm not only familiar with, but comfortable with if that means accomplishing a positive end goal. We chose not to attend a legacy school for a reason. We didn't come here to do things a certain way simply because that's always the way that they've been done. The days of an old boys club bureaucracy being effective are over. Instead, we came here to OUWB to be a part of something amazing, a medical school reflective and cognizant of the evolution of medicine as a whole. A school that appreciates that each of us may require different tools to learn and is committed to providing us a fully stocked toolbox to choose from, willing to take risks and break out of that mold that those legacy schools have tried so hard to solidify. This week was a perfect example for me. The reason I'm not there giving this speech is that I'm at home writing a speech of a different sort, one to eulogize the life of my grandmother who just passed yesterday. In true OUWB style, within moments of me sending an email, I had the support of everyone from my study group to the deans. Take your time, don't think about school. I'll work to put something together so you don't miss out on the experience where some of the amazing responses that I got within moments. I can assure you that no clinician's going out of their way for one of 350 students at one of those other schools, and I will work to preserve and further enhance this in our culture here at OUWB. In closing, I implore you to thoughtfully consider these things when casting your vote, not only for vice president, but for all the e-board positions, and choose those of us who are not only committed, but possess the ability to ensure that this happens. Not only am I an energetic, experienced, and enthusiastic leader, but I'm also passionately committed to the success of our school. I've benefited from a unique multitude of life and professional experiences, and I'm prepared to implement the skills gained in these roles as a student leader. I'm certain that I'll contribute positively to the leadership of our school and ensure that our voices are heard, considered, and taken seriously at every step of the way. I'd be honored to, and I look forward to serving you as your MSG Vice President for 2014-15. Thank you.